We're going to make this one a quick one, but we're going to talk about the housing market. So, I'm in Texas, and let me know where you're at as you're jumping on because I'd love to hear if the housing market is as crazy for you as it is for us here. But I've gotten asked a couple times or had people talk about, like, okay, I stand to make a massive profit right now if I sell my house because of the market that's going on. Should I sell for that reason because I stand to make that profit? There are a couple things that we need to be aware of to make sure it is actually a smart money move for you. So, we're going to talk about that today as we jump in. So, see notifications. Looks like we're all good. If we have not met before, I do want to quickly introduce myself before we dive in. So, hi, my name is Aimee Circa. I am the money confidence coach and founder of Money Masters Inner Circle. So, I help you to master your money by creating confidence in your ability to actually solve the money problem so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck and instead create those options that you're looking for so you can take more vacations, do more with your family, that financial security so that you know when those crisis hits, you're actually able to take care of your family and actually build true wealth, which is different than just making more income. So, we're going to make this one quick because craziness today. So, should you sell your house just because the market is hot because you stand to make a massive profit? Um, let's see, I've got one, two, three, four, like three notes here that I want to make sure that we address these to make sure it's actually a smart money move for you. Okay, so obviously listing prices are higher right now. Your that's why you would stand to make a massive profit on your house. Definitely a seller's market where buyers are making really outrageous, kind of silly offers on the house just to get a home, which is going to bring us to like the first problem here. But let's say you do sell your house, you make that massive profit. Where are you going to live? Because once you sell your house, you have to find somewhere else to live, which puts you into the realm of the competing, which is why you made part of why you made the profit on your house to begin with. Okay. So, we definitely got to keep in mind, like, where are you actually going to live when this is over? Even apartment prices and renting is higher right now as well. So, definitely got to keep that in mind when if we were going to sell our house just for that massive profit. A lot of it's going to be inflation. I had heard from one of my coaches that I think it's like a third of the money or the supply of money that's in circulation has been printed in the last 12 months. So our money isn't going as far because of the inflation that has been created with all the money that's been printed. That's part of what's going on. There is going to be some correction, hopefully. Not necessarily with the dollar. Uh-oh. We're going to keep this really fast because I forgot my charger. But really, what it boils down to is even if you do sell and you make that massive profit, we have to find somewhere else to live. Then there's going to be that process. If the dollar corrects, whatever you purchase won't be worth as much as it is now, as it appears to be now. So, really, make it simple and basic. I wouldn't be selling right now. Instead, I would be focusing on funding a down payment or maybe upgrading some things. Just don't buy wood, right? Like the lumber is crazy prices right now as well. But focusing on those upgrades so then it's in a better place when you are ready to sell because it'll make more sense long term. If you sell right now because the market's hot and because you stand to make a massive profit, that's great. But we have to think long term. Long term, is this going to make sense for your goals, for yourself, and for your family financially? You do have to find somewhere to live. And it's kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul if we're going to end up in a bigger hole down the road because we bought a house that really isn't worth what they said it was. We all saw what happened when the market crashed in what was it, 2008? Definitely don't want to go through that again. So we need to make sure we're making smart choices when it comes to our house. So if you're going to sell because you're going to make that massive profit, we need to make sure you're addressing where you're going to live now because you're going to be able to you got to find somewhere else to live. And then also we need to make sure we're addressing this long term so that as inflation and the value of the dollar or whatever currency we're using corrects, we're not setting ourselves up for failure there. So, if you're ready to focus on funding that down payment or that home improvement fund and you don't have a savings account for that or it's not actually working for you, I have a article that I have written that's about savings accounts and making your savings account actually work for you. That is great. It's a couple simple tips for you that have totally changed so many people's lives. They're so simple, but we see massive results when you implement this because your savings accounts actually work. That's why it's titled Make Your Savings Account Actually Work for You, because you're working hard for your money already. These simple little tweaks put the process in place so that it actually works for you better and long term it actually sticks. So, if you want to grab that Making Your Savings Account, or if you want to check out that Making Your Savings Account Actually Work for You article, just drop a savings in the comments.